viewers, the suspended Municipal Chief Executive MCE of the Sekondi Takoradi Metropolitan Assembly, Abdul Mumin Issa, has been reinstated as mayor of Sekondi Takoradi. The embattled mayor was arrested by the Western Regional Police Command on Thursday, February 3rd, for an alleged motor traffic offense, verbal assault, and offensive conduct against a police officer who was performing his lawful duty. He was hauled over at a police checkpoint at Takoradi when he was spotted driving recklessly on the shoulder of the road. Mr. Abdul Mumin Issa was arrested when a viral social media captured the government appointee threatening the police officer with a transfer, among other things. This led to his suspension, and subsequently he was arraigned in court and granted bail to the tune of 100,000 cedis with 3 sureties after he pleaded not guilty to the charges. News of the MCE's reinstatement was communicated in a letter signed by Dan Boche. The Minister of Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development, confirmed the reinstatement. The letter dated August 26th said, "I wish to inform you that His Excellency, the President of the Republic, in response to recommendations made by the Western Regional Coordinating Council, has given approval for the reinstatement of Mr. Abdul Mumin Issa as the Metropolitan Chief Executive for Sekondi Takoradi Metropolitan Assembly." Now, Richard Fiadomo is a local government expert joining us live with more. Thank you so much for your time here. What has changed or will change following the suspension and reinstatement of the MCE?
Thank you very much, and greetings to all your cherished viewers and listeners. For us, we question the legality of the president's action in suspending the chief executive in the first place, because we said at the time that the president did not have the local standard to suspend a metropolitan chief executive who has been duly confirmed by the assembly members. So move fast forward. If the president has realized that he didn't have the power to suspend the chief executive, for which reason he's reinstating the chief executive, we have no problems with it. We'd rather congratulate him for making amends with the illegality that the president perpetrated. But be that as it may, if it is the case that it is not that illegality they want to correct, but they have decided to reinstate him for the sake of it, when there's a case running in court at the moment and finality has not been brought to it, then we have a problem with the reinstatement of the Metropolitan Chief Executive.
You describe the president's decision as an illegality. Why is it so?
Yeah, it was an illegality because, number one, if you look at Article 241 of the Constitution, it gives the president the power to nominate. The president does not even appoint Metropolitan Chief Executive. The president is given the chance to nominate, and when the president nominates, the assembly members by 2/3 majority go for a conference or a meeting and confirm the president nominee. That is why if the president nominee does not get 75% of the votes from assembly members, that person cannot become a chief executive. The president will have to re-nominate that person. So the power to appoint a metropolitan, municipal, or district chief executive does not lie in the hands of the president. So if you cannot appoint me, you cannot suspend me from office, neither can you even remove me. And that is why we are looking at that issue. We are going to the Supreme Court for an interpretation on that particular one. So clearly, that is why we think that the president perpetrated an illegality by suspending a metropolitan chief executive. If he has, upon hindsight, he realizes that what he did was an illegality and he wants to correct it, then we'll be quick to congratulate him. But if that is not the case, but they decide to reinstate him upon all that the chief executive did, and which is a matter that is currently before the court, then I think it's an unfortunate thing. I would not know what kind of signal the president is sending to Ghanaians and indeed the court.
What could possibly change with his reinstatement, or what could have changed to inform? You've said there that maybe the president has seen that he erred in the first place, but if you look through how this thing has progressed, what could have changed, and what do you expect to change with his reinstatement?
Yeah, thank you. This question can best be answered by the president. He has reinstated the man, so he should come and tell Ghanaians why he reinstated the man. Then if he comes to tell all of us that, yes, initially it was an illegal act or it was an error, and he's amending the error, then we move on. But as we speak, there is no explanation. So clearly, what the chief executive, the reason for which he illegally suspended him, it is a matter that is sub judice. It's before the court. So if the court is still running and the case has not been brought to finality, then I cannot sit here and enter into the president's head and know the exact reasons for the reinstatement. I can only hazard a guess to say that maybe the president, upon hindsight, have realized that his action was an illegality based on which he has reinstated the chief executive. If not, it will be very difficult for me to profile any suggestions why the president did that. He would be the best person to answer that question.
What's your expectation of how things should be now that he's back in office?
Yeah, clearly, I do not know how the assembly is even going to receive him, because this is somebody who was suspended because of an action he took as the head of the Metropolitan Security Council, ordering a policeman, transferring a policeman, and you send him somewhere as a form of punishment. Now he's going back to those same functions. When the case is before if the court had cleared him and he has been reinstated, then we know that the court had brought finality to the matter. But as we speak, the case is still before the court. The president is now reinstating him to go and perform those very functions that he did what he did and became an issue for which reason is even in court. So clearly, he has put the Metropolitan Chief Executive in a very awkward position. I do not see how he's going to function, especially the role he's playing as the head of the Metropolitan Security Council.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us. Richard Fiadomo is a local government expert there. Now.